Secure it.
Keep the goons out of your zones! Of the... Hostile echelon can see through walls now. Consider...
Roger, joining.
Domination. This op's a bit raucous for the Echelon playbook, but I'm sure you'll manage. Three, two, one. Your mission is to secure the capture zones. Friendlies capturing Zone A. Zone secured. Target down. Capture zone contested. Friendly's going for Zone B.
Revealing enemies.
Capture Zone A is at risk. All zones in enemy hands.
Acquire first aid.
Friendlies capturing Zone A. Capture zone secured. I'll allow it. Capture zone contested.
Gathering intel.
Friendlies on B. Hostiles on A. We're taking A. Zone B is vulnerable. Take the zones, keep the zones. You know the mission. Hostiles hold all capture zones. Start making some noise, Agent. Capture zone contested.
Need a medic. Revealing enemies.
Capture zone secured. Allies on B. We're losing zone A.
Revealing enemies.
Friendlies moving on C. Allies on C. Ultra ready for deployment. Capture zone secured. Enemies on B.
You can't hide now.
We're done with it. Additional hostiles neutralized.
Grenade out!
End of round imminent, agent.
Gathering intel.
We're on B. Zone secured. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Take the zones. Your team capturing Zone C.
Gathering intel.
Go distance. Capture zone contested.
Gathering intel.
Friendly's going for Zone B. Zone secured. I'm detecting hostiles on Zone C. You're down, but never out, Agent. You got this. Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Capture zone contested. Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands. Friendlies capturing Zone A. Friendlies securing A. About to lose B.
Gathering intel. I require first aid.
Capture zone contested. Friendlies on B. Secure all the zones. This should be familiar territory. Zone A under assault.
Grenade out! Swapping!
utilized. You're off your game, Agent. Player of the match? You don't even officially exist. Who's making these decisions? What's their clearance level? Occupy. Here's the setup. Seek, seize, and defend. 3, 2, 1. Take the capture zone. Follow it when it changes location.
Deploying frag! Gathering intel!
The zone's in danger.
Gathering intel.
Neutralized. Revenge. I can't condone it, but I get it. We're on the zone. Zone under assault. Capture zone is moving. Sending new locations. You're off that now. Capture zone contested. We're locking down the zone.
Gathering intel.
under assault. Capture zone contested. We're locking down the zone. Capture zone is moving.
Gathering intel.
Scanning for hostiles.
Zone under assault.
Deploying frag.
Revealing enemies.
First aid.
They can run, but hiding might be a problem. Capture zone contested. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OpSat now. The zone's in danger. We're on the zone.
Revealing enemies.
Capture zone contested. The zone is in danger. We're on the zone.
Need a medic.
Ultra ready. Capture zone is moving. I'll allow it. Zone under assault.
Grenade out. I need a medic. Revealing enemies. Deploying frag.
Zone compromised. Capture zone is moving. Sending new location to your OpSat now. Zone under assault.
Revealing enemies.
Capture zone contested. We're on the zone. You're down, but never out, Agent. You got this.
Revealing enemies.
Capture zone is moving. Loadout updated. Zone under assault. Target down.
Scanning for hostiles.
Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar goggles. We're locking down the zone. Capture zone contested.
Scanning for hostiles.
We're facing mission failure, Agent. Zone changing coordinates. We're locking down the zone. Remember the mission. Get on the capture zone. This zone...
Scanning for hostiles.
I'll allow it. Capture zone. Zone under assault.
Revealing enemies.
Capture zone moving. Updating coordinates. Allies on the zone. Zone compromised. Capture zone contested. We're on the zone. The zone changing coordinates. Multiple tangos. We're on the zone. Zone contested. Zone under assault.
Revealing enemies.
Also ready for deployment. Zone changing location. Zone under assault. Zone compromised. Is that revenge? We're locking down the zone. Zone under attack.
Retaliatory strike.
Scanning for hostiles.
We're on the zone. Zone compromised. Capture zone
I need
moving.
a medic.
Tango dispatch. Zone under attack. Not much time left, Agent. 5 left, run more. We're on the zone. Heads up. I'm detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands.
Scanning for hostiles.
Zone location changing. We're locking down the zone. Protect the zone. You might still pull this out in the end, but nah, I don't think so.
Scanning for hostiles.
I'll start filling out the mission failure report. Get a head start on the bookkeeping. 5, 4, zone 3, 2, allies on the zone. Capture zone 1. That was hardly by the book, Agent.
Backing you up.
Occupy. It's like King of the Hill, but without the hill. 3, 2, 1. You keep on that capture zone, even if it gives you the runaround. Capture zone contested. Taking the zone! Capture zone on the move.
Reloading.
You're taking the zone. They're taking the zone.
Throwing frag.
They're on the zone. Changing location. We're in the zone.
Revenge.
They're taking the zone. Capture zone contested. Back, back. Capture it.
Frag out.
Capture zone on the move. They're on the zone. We're in the zone. Home run ready. Bad guys on the zone. The capture zone is changing the location. Remember your training. Apply the fire to the bad guys.
I'm in bad shape.
They're on the zone. Home ready to go. We're in the zone. Capture zone contested. They're on the zone. taking the zone.
It's revenge.
Bad guys on the zone. We're in the zone. Capture zone contested. The capture zone is changing location. Bad guys on the zone.
Engaging camo.
Taking the zone.
Activating sonar.
We're in the zone. Look out, hold that capture zone. Zone relocating. We're taking the zone.
Deploying.
Taking the zone.
Running out.
Zone's moving. Bad guys on the zone. We're in the zone.
We're in bad shape. Kaboom!
Bad guys on the zone. Ready. Capture. Capture zone's moving. They're taking the zone. Bad guys on the zone. Ultras ready to go. We're taking the zone. You almost done here? I kinda stopped watching. Don't move it!
This way.
Coming up for grabs. They're taking the zone! Where's the captain? Where did he go? Capture zone 2! Hostiles on the zone! You lost! And yeah, I'm mad about it!
Let's get it.
Domination. You can't liberate the whole world, but the capture zones are a good start. Tres, dos, uno. Take the zones. Defend them to the end. We're taking Zone A. Zone's ours now. Zone A! They're taking Zone B! Capture zone is ours now! Yesterday, hereafter. Capture zone contested! contested. Zone A is under attack. Okay, that's enough lives for your cause. Now you take some. We're liberating A. Capture zone is ours now. We're moving on B.
Throwing grenade.
Zone's ours now.
Take a deep breath.
Changing the nadine!
Shield up.
The enemy is on A. Zone A is in danger. Zone contested. They're on B. Taking A. Grabbing B.
Dropping mag.
You're almost at the finish line.
I'm injured.
Capture zone is ours now. Zone's ours now. Zone compromised.
Take a deep breath.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tres, dos, uno. Grab the zones! Amigos capturing Zone C. Capture zone contested.
Frag out. Barrier up.
Enemy dead!
Throwing grenade.
Enemy spy activated sonar goggles. Wish we had that back when I was KGB. Capture zone contested.
Hey! I'm in bad shape.
Barrier.
Amigos capturing Zone C. We're trying to take C. Zone's ours now. Bad guys on Zone C. not great. Our guerrillas are on it. Whoa! It's charged! Hey, if guerrilla warfare was easy, there'd be a lot. Liberate all souls from enemy occupation! Amigos taking... Zone's ours now. We're seizing Zone C. They're taking B. Ho-ho! Ultra's ready! C's in trouble! We're securing B! Zone's ours now! We're going for C! We're taking A! Time is almost up! Step on... The enemy holds on the zones! Liberate! Cinco, cuatro, tres, capture score! It's not whether you win or lose, compay. Although you did lose.
ability, so it's just going to give you better aim. It's just going to be easier to hit your shots because your aim isn't shaking all over the place. And in this game, headshots are really important. They're like really high damage.
No doubt, James.
Just trying to go for headshots. So I think that's more important than trying to have like better ADS speed or a better movement speed if you're going for a high damage build like this anyway. Secondary, M9 for the faster movement speed. Again, And then we got the prox mine for the device, because this is really strong. Like, if you're set up in the zone, you're going to want to put this down to stop anyone pushing you from behind. Really, really useful. And most of the time, it's going to pick up a bunch of kills without you even really doing anything. For factions, we actually go for phantoms, and we're going...
Capture zone is ours! Roll on those zones! Take them! 4, 3, 2, 1. Libertad has suffered worse. We won't quit.
Going to take the mag barrier. Having this to push and defend objective points is so strong in this game. It really is very, very powerful, and it's going to help you hold objectives so much better. Now we have the 6th build, which is the best build in the game. Can you guess what it is? It is whatever works best for you. Yeah, you can try every single gun in the game, and guess what? They may work for you, and they may not work for someone else. So, whilst the builds I've suggested in this video are a guideline for what may get you started, the most fun you're going to have and the most success you're going to have is if you just build your own loadout. So if you have no idea where to start, consider these first 5 options, pick one that sounds the best for you, give it a go, and then adjust. Try different factions, try different weapons, try different attachments, try different gadgets, see what works best for you, and that's where you're going to have the most fun in the game anyway. Hopefully you found this video useful, and I'll see you all in the comments. Cheerio!
What's up guys, my name is Ace, and Xdefiant's now been out for quite a few days, and at this point, the 2 biggest issues with the game have become quite clear. And therefore today, I want to have a discussion about these 2 big issues, because they really are the elephants in the room at this point, and I fear if they don't make adjustments to these in a reasonable time, it's going to be pushing away a lot of the potential audience of Xdefiant, and I don't want to see that. I do want to see this game succeed. Now, just a disclaimer, since this is going to be a fairly critical video, I just want to point out the fact that I'm really enjoying this game, actually far more than I thought I would. I thought it would be a game I'd dabble with a little bit, because I'm not really into the hero shooter elements, but the more I've been playing it, the harder I've found it is to put this game down. I just want to keep playing more and more, and that honestly...
Occupied. A battle to the death for control of roughly 80 square meters? 3, 2, 1. Take the capture zone from the goons. Keep out, said goons.
Throw in a flash!
Look at best life, the zone in jeopardy. Try working out the differences.
Changing flash!
Capturing zone. They're attacking the zone. Capture zone contested. You take some knocks, pick yourself up, and punch back. Capture zone changing location. Get there.
Reloading!
Friendly's capturing. Revenge. Gotta do it.
Refreshing. Feel that.
Loadout change. Friendly's captured. Capture zone moving to a new location. Hostiles on the zone. Zone contested. Capturing.
Frag out!
Hostiles on the zone. Capture zone changing location. Get there. Friendly's captured. Hostiles on the zone. Capturing zone. Capture zone moving to location.
Barrier up.
Friendly captured. The zone is under assault. Capture zone changing location. Get there. Friendly's captured. They're attacking the zone. Capture zone contested.
Barrier deployed.
Hostiles on the zone.
Frag out!
Capture zone moving to a new location. The zone is under assault. Captured. Capture zone contested. Behind. Get back on me.
Barrier up.
Capture the zone. Hostiles on the zone. Capturing zone. Ultra ready for deployment. Zone is moving. Relocate.
Activating unit.
contested.
Barrier destroyed.
Your shields are keeping the team alive, Phantom. Retaliation.
I'm injured.
Friendly's capturing. The zone is under assault. Zone takes coordinates. Hostiles on the zone.
Barrier destroyed.
Captured. The zone is under assault. Zone relocating. Friendly's captured.
Refreshing. Reloading.
Shield out.
They're attacking the zone.
Medic.
Capture zone contested. Zone is moving. Relocate. Friendly's captured. Zone compromised. The zone is under assault. This ship's sinking fast. Capturing zone. They're attacking the zone. Zone relocating. Can't wait to see how the desk jockeys spin this one.
Surprised me a little bit. But the reason I say this is I just want to point out this is not designed to be like a hate video, like Xdefiant sucks because of these two issues. It's more so I'm really enjoying this game, but these issues are really holding it back, and I'd love to see them work these out so the game has the best shot at success long term. And with that out of the way, let's dive into the number one issue here, which I don't think is going to be surprising to anybody. This is the general connection experience. So this is referring to everything from like hit registration issues to getting shot around corners, for instance. And every time this topic comes up, it is important to note that people will have a wide variety of experiences in this area, and these issues are often not on the player's end. I see far too many people being really dismissive of other people's experience, saying, well, I'm not having any issues in this area, so it must be on your end. It must be a you problem. And while that's sometimes true, that's very often not the case. Now, just sharing my experience a little bit with connection quality since the game launched, I've got to say, hit detection wise, generally it's felt pretty decent for me. I've absolutely had some rough matches or even just rough situations where most of the match is fine, but there's that one player on the enemy team where it seems like my shots just don't register really well against that one single player. But again, for the most part, I'd say on average, my hit detection feels generally fine. In saying that though, I know that's not the experience of everyone, and I've seen some pretty insane clips. In fact, I think I'll just include some of them in the video here so you can see just how bad it is for some people. If my gameplay experience looked like this, I don't think I'd be sticking around this game very long. This is absolutely horrible, especially when you note that their ping value is generally fine in these clips. It's not a crazy high ping or anything, at least not nearly high enough that you should be experiencing situations this bad. Now, outside of hit detection, something that I have been experiencing a ton is getting shot around corners. Like so often, I know I make it to some really hard cover, so bullets aren't traveling through that cover. I make it to hard cover, and then I die half a second later to a guy that obviously didn't have the angle on me, at least from my perspective, although from their perspective, they must have had that angle on me. And that is a huge frustration as well. Even if my shots are registering well, it doesn't feel good that I often feel like I can't rely on cover. It really sucks to play a situation flawlessly on your end, like you're very carefully controlling your angles and how much you're peeking and how long you're peeking for, only for that to not matter at all.
Domination. Comes.
Let's do this. Three, two, one. Take all the zones. Dominate them. Friendlies moving on Zone C. Allies capturing Zone B. Capture zone contested. Zone's ours. Light them up! Scumbags on Zone C! Burn them out! Capture zone contested. Friendlies moving on Zone C.
Can anyone provide first aid?
Zone's ours. Allies capturing Zone B. Who's moving on B? Back at him. In case there's any confusion, get all the zones. We're claiming A. Capture zone contested. When things get tough, remember your training. Apply the fire to the bad guy. We got it. They're taking B!
Can anyone provide first aid?
Zone's ours. Guys are going for B. Zone up for grabs.
Throwing grenade!
Almost quitting time, pal. Five, four, three, two, no, one. Lose an A! Three, two, one. Get all the zones! Our crew's moving on Zone A. Allied capturing Zone B. Capture zone contested. Ready. We got it.
Swapping mags, cover me!
Trespassers on Zone A.
I'm in bad shape.
Capture zone contested. Friendly's moving on Zone C. Zone's ours. Scumbags on Zone C. Burn them out. Allies capturing Zone B. Capture zone contested. Allies taking it.
Reloading!
Enemies on C. Allies all over B. Got bad guys on A. In case there's any confusion, get all the zones. Enemy crews got all the zones. Take them back. Allies going after C. sharpshooter. Whatever, you lost.
Because you're just going to get shot around that corner. So for me, that's been my biggest issue with this, and it's definitely been a big frustration. Not enough to push me away from the game nearly as much as if I were having some severe hit detection issues, but it's still a pretty big frustration with the game. So this is an area that I hope they are able to make adjustments to. I know that there was a major delay with the game in order to get netcode issues worked out and implement the new netcode. Then we had the server test session that was meant for them to gather data and improve the netcode. And well, for me, I would say the netcode has felt a little bit better since launch compared to that previous test session. It's obviously still not in a great place. So I know this is something they're likely working hard on in the background. They really have to be, because in my opinion at least, the game won't be able to sustain itself long term unless the connection experience gets smoothed out. And again, just a reminder here, please don't be dismissive of other people's experience with this. If you aren't having any connection issues, that's great. I'm really happy for you. That's excellent. But obviously, many people are having issues in this area, and we should all want the connection experience to be the best it can possibly be for everyone involved so that the game has potential to thrive long term. So there we go. That's the first major issue. And the second one, based on what I've been seeing with all the discourse online, on the Xdefiant subreddit, on Twitter, comment sections of videos, it seems the #1 biggest complaint with gameplay, so outside of the netcode problems, this is jump shotting or bunny hopping or air strafing, just anything to do with jumping and shooting in a gunfight. If you look at the subreddit right now at the time of this video going live, the entire subreddit is flooded with people having issues with the current state of this. And I've got to say, while I don't have a really extreme reaction to this, I do think there's room for some improvement here. And I think also based on community sentiment here, a little bit of an adjustment could go a long way. Now, before you hit send on that skill issue comment that you just typed, hear me out, as I think there is a little bit of nuance to this topic, and I'm in no way going to be advocating for any extremes with this. Also, just want to point out, I've adapted to this just fine. I've been using it to my advantage a ton and winning a lot of gunfights that I really don't feel like I deserve to win because of the current power of these mechanics. Now for me, in a game like Xdefiant, I actually really like the ability to make plays with good movement, and I think it's great to have a solid mechanical skill gap. So it's not just about positioning, but it's also about how well you can make moves while also maintaining decent accuracy in the process. So I think the ability to jump shot and bunny hop is a good thing for a game like Xdefiant, and I definitely don't want to see it go away entirely, but in saying that, I think it is a little bit too exploitable in the game's current state, especially with the ability to air strafe or literally change direction while in midair. Now, a big part of this ties in with the first topic we talked about in today's video, the hit registration and connection issues. I think it's really exacerbated when you have people...
Zone control. You're defending. Protect your zones from the enemy crew! Look out the trash! Capture zone contested. yourself off and go burn those germs. Keep your zones clear of enemies and garbage. Capture zone contested.
Changing mags.
Side, pal. Right back at it. Capture zone contested. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. You're on attack.
Capture more zones than the hostiles did last round.
Going dark! Reloading! Active ammo!
Capture zone contested.
Grenade out!
Drop on them. Capture zone contested. We're about to pass the hostiles' progress. Don't let up. Mission success. It's almost like
Jumping
you've done
and
this
changing
before.
direction mid-air. It can often feel like your shots just go directly through players that are jump shotting, especially when they're integrating airstrafes into that. It almost feels like they have a level of invincibility while they're doing that. And so if they did manage to get the connection in a much better place, perhaps this wouldn't be as much of an issue as it currently is. In saying that though, I do think even outside of connection issues, the current state of this mechanic is overtuned and it can be insanely jarring trying to track somebody that can literally defy physics by changing direction in midair when they're jumping. Now obviously I'm not going to make the argument here that Xdefiant needs to be hyper-realistic or anything. My arguments are purely based on gameplay balance, and the best word I can describe the current level of air strafing in the game is just cheesy. I think the ability to jump and then literally change direction in midair detracts from gunfights rather than enhancing gunfights, because, at least in my eyes, each of the tools that you have available to handle a gunfight should have some pros and cons attached to them, And with jump shotting, for instance, the typical upside of a jump shot in an FPS game is you can maintain sprint momentum while being able to aim and fire. So if you're jumping out of a sprint, you're maintaining that sprint momentum, you can aim down sight, you can shoot at the enemy player, and this is something you can't do if you're on the ground. If you just are sprinting and then you aim down sight and strafe and try to shoot your enemy, now you're gonna have that aim down sight strafe speed, so you'll have a lot less momentum there. And then the other upside to a jump shot is it makes yourself a harder target to hit by introducing verticality into the gunfight. People don't just have to track you on a horizontal plane, they're gonna have to track you vertically a little bit as well. And in my eyes, those things are totally fine as long as there's a trade-off attached to it, and the typical trade-off you have for a jump shot in an FPS game is the fact that you've locked yourself into a parabolic path that can be predicted and tracked by a skilled player that's able to account for that verticality. Contrast that with another option in a gunfight, which is just strafing while aiming down sight at an enemy player. With that, the upside is you can change direction on a dime, but there's no verticality involved there. You're not jump shotting, you're planted on your feet, and you're also not gaining that sprint momentum while doing so. So to me, each of these mechanics should have pros and cons attached to them, and the current state of jump shotting and air strafing in Xdefiant has all the upsides of a jump shot with none of the cons, because at any moment you can interrupt that predictable parabolic path while in a jump shot by completely changing direction mid-air, so you're eliminating that predictability of a jump shot. So what I'd love to see them try, at least with this to start with, so they don't take things way too far in the other direction, is simply reduce the strength of your ability to air strafe in a gunfight. I still think you should have some amount of control. Like if you want to slow down your lateral movement while you're in midair, I think that's totally fine. I just don't think you should be able to completely reverse the direction that you're moving in on a dime while you're in midair. I honestly think this would be a fairly subtle change that would still allow for jump shotting to be a very viable mechanic. It would still have a lot of pros attached to it, and I'd absolutely still be using it in a lot of situations, but this would at least eliminate a lot of the cheesiness of the current state of jump shotting and air strafing. And I think this would also make the game a lot more accessible, and it would eliminate many of the complaints that we currently have when it comes to jump shotting in Xdefiant. I'm sure we'd still have access to weapon balancing as well. Some quality of life improvements I think could go
Domination. I'll take 3 objectives on your OPSAT. Assault them at your discretion. 3, 2, 1. Your mission is to secure the capture zones. Friendlies capturing Zone A.
Reloading!
Zone secured.
Going dark!
Capturing Zone C. Tango dispatch. Capture zone contested. Capture zone secured. Friendlies going for Zone B. Capture Zone A is at risk.
Engaging camo!
I'm detecting hostiles on Zone C. We hold all capture zones. Good work, Agent. Hostiles on the scope in Zone B. Capture zone contested.
I need a medic! Engaging camo!
Team capturing Zone C. Capture Zone A is at risk. Friendlies capturing Zone A. We're securing Zone A. Zone secured. Allies on...
Engaging camo! Engaging camo!
Zone B is vulnerable. I'll allow it. Friendlies on Zone C.
Going dark!
Capture zone contested. Ultra ready. Zone secured.
Can anyone provide first aid? Activating sonar!
Trust them. Secure all the zones. This should be familiar territory. Zone compromised. Friendlies on Zone C. Allies on C. We're losing
Engaging camo!
Allies on A. End of round imminent, Agent. Capture Capture zone secured. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Secure all the zones. Team capturing Zone C. Zone secured.
Reloading! Going dark!
Capture zone contested. Friendlies going for Zone B. Tango dispatch.
Going dark!
Friendlies capturing Zone A. Friendlies going for Zone B. Capture zone secured.
Grenade out!
I'm detecting hostiles on Zone C. Capture Zone A is at risk. This is a rough op, but you're a pro. You'll bounce back. We're taking A. Allies on B. Capture zone contested. About to lose B. We're done with it. Silent and deadly.
Help! I'm dying here!
Secure all the zones. This should be familiar territory. Zone A under assault. Friendlies locking down Zone C. Capture zone contested. We're securing Zone A. You notched a win, Agent. What's next? A ticker tape parade? The brass would love that. loadout updated. Your mission is to secure the capture zones.
Can anyone provide first aid?
Friendly's going for Zone B. Zone secured.
Gathering intel. Gathering intel.
Team capturing Zone C. Hostiles on the slopes of B.
Scanning for hostiles. I'm in bad shape.
Friendly's moving on C. Zone B is vulnerable. Capture zone secured. Capture zone contested. Friendly's on B.
Is revenge. Gathering intel. Grenade out.
All zones in friendly hands. They're on zone C. All zones ready for deployment. We're losing zone A. Friendly's locking down zone C. Capture zone secured.
I see you.
We're taking A. We're taking A. We hold all capture zones. Good work.
For hostiles. We have to win. Reloading.
Losing C, Agent. End of round imminent, Agent.
Revealing.
Allies on C. All zones in friendly hands. 5. They're on 4. Capture 3. 2. Zone 1. Three, 2, 1. Lock down the zones. Team capturing Zone C. zone contested. Friendlies capturing zone A. Friendlies going for zone B. We hold all capture zones. Good work, Agent. Zone secured. Capture zone A is at risk. All zones in friendly hands. Hostiles on the scope in. Mission success. It's almost like you've done this before. Capture zone contested. Player of the match? You don't even officially exist. Who's making these decisions? What's their clearance level?